Speaking with journalists, the governor of Ekiti State, Biodun Oyebanji, applauded the move by the president to visit the state despite huge national assignments, while assuring Nigerians that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Oyebanji appealed to the people to show more understanding with the president.
There's no better time for him to visit than now. Leaders are made for crisis. And the fact that the president is here shows that everything is okay. If there's crisis, he won't be able to leave Abuja. So we have a prepared president that knows what he's doing. The truth of the matter is for all these reforms to bear fruit, we must go through some pains, and that's what we are going through. But there's light at the end of the channel, of the tunnel. I just want to appeal to Nigerians to be patient. You cannot make an omelette without breaking an egg.
Thereafter, the president and his entourage proceeded to Owo to visit the Olowo Oba Ajibade Ogunwoye and the family of the former governor of Ondo State, late Oluwarotimi Akeredolu. Omoshileola Adesoye Ajayi, Osrc News.
Meanwhile, President Tinubu says the void left by the departed governor of Ondo State, Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, will be difficult to fill. The president, who visited the ancient town of Owo to commiserate with the monarch and the people of the town over the passing of the former governor,
The ancient town of Owo hosted the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on a condolence visit following the demise of the late governor of Ondo State, Oluwarotimi Akeredolu. Residents of the community and royal chiefs joined the Olowo Oba Ajibade Ogunwoye to receive the president at the palace. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who says the void left by the departed governor of Ondo State, Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, will be difficult to fill, acknowledged the courage and fearless nature of the late governor, especially his passion for good governance. The Olowo Oba Ajibade Ogunwoye thanked the president for the visit and described the late governor as a true Democrat. The monarch appreciated Governor Aiyedatiwa for his role in ensuring a befitting burial for the former NBA president. Thank you very much. Tinubu also visited the family of the late governor in Owo to commiserate with them. He noted the impactful life of the late governor and urged them to take solace in the purposeful life and legacies of the former chancellor of the Owo Anglican Diocese. From Owo, Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
Staying with the presidential visit, Nigerians have been assured of a turnaround of the current economic hardship and restructuring of the country. President Tinubu gave the assurance during his visit to the leader of Afenifere.
At around 2:23 p.m., the helicopter conveying President Bola Ahmed Tinubu from Owo arrived at Japo Playground in Akure, from where he proceeded to the residence of Afenifere leader Pariben Fashoranti. His arrival was greeted with cheers from different socio-political groups. This visit marks the first time Asiwaju Bola Tinubu will visit Ondo State, and in particular the Afenifere leader, having sought the blessings of the elder statesman for his electoral victory. After 1 hour of discussion, the president departed the residence of the Afenifere leader. Speaking on the essence of the meeting held with the president, spokesperson for Afenifere, Comrade Jare Ajayi, said President Tinubu's visit is to appreciate Pariba and Fashion-Roti.
Restructuring Nigeria economically, politically, socially, such that this country will not only get out of the present challenges it is facing, but the enduring structures will have been put in place such that in the next couple of years, couple of decades, the kind of structure that will be in place will not be the one that can be reversed. And for example, part of it was this. What's good for the goose should also be good for the gander, in terms of if from the area where petroleum, for example, is being explored, they're getting something called the revision fund. Why can't that be spread to other resources that we can find in some other parts of the country, including solid minerals, and even value-added tax?
Comrade Ajayi, who said the president reassured of restructuring the country, noted that the economic hardship in Nigeria was also discussed with President Tinubu, assuring them of a turnaround.
The response of Mr. President to all the issues were positive, and some things stand out in his speech. Part of it was this. Yes, he knows the challenges of Nigeria. And when he took the oath of office, he pledged his allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And that he knows what he was facing. That he prayed for it. I'm quoting him now. I prayed for it. I danced for it. I sang for it. I campaigned for it. And I got it. I know the enormous responsibility. And so please don't pity me, Baba. Just sit down and relax. It's kind of what is, of course, popular with him now, Evlo Fokobale.
Some elder statesmen, including former governor of Ondo State, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, also commented on the president's visit.
When he came during the electioneering, he promised Baba that if he won the election, that he would be here. So for him, this is a fulfillment of the promise he made to Baba.
Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa was in attendance at the meeting, including former Secretary General of the Federation, Olufalayi, former Afenifere Secretary General, Bashar Hussein Diarogbofa, among others. Sahid Aribisala, Osrc News.
In another development, President Bola Tinubu has commended the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, for the reforms he has facilitated in the ministry. Tinubu, while speaking during a Federal Executive Council meeting, stated that the frustrations of many Nigerians have been significantly reduced by Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo. According to him, this has started to give the nation a good image while also reducing the anger of Nigerians towards the system. Since assumption as Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo within 2 weeks cleared over 20,000 passport backlogs at no extra cost to the federal government. He has also seen to the automation of the passport application process, which has been gathering positive commendations from Nigerians globally. In the same vein, the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor, the federal government has enrolled about 750,000 Nigerians into the National Health Insurance Scheme. Party stated this at the third edition of the Ministerial Press Briefing Series initiated by the Ministry of Information in Abuja, noting that the President Bola Tinubu-led administration will unveil a comprehensive program to digitize the nation's healthcare system in the next 2 weeks. The briefing series was initiated to provide a platform for public officials to reel out their achievements and tell Nigeria's challenges of governance. You're watching the news at 7. We'll go on this commercial this break. When we return, we'll serve you more stories. Stay with us.
Let's give it up for Giga Babata! A 358 pounds! Let's give it up for Destroyer!
What is your fear? Beneath the appearance of incredible infrastructure, standard facilities, and beautiful amenities, our estates at Adron Homes come affordable with great discounts and flexible payment plans. No stress, no hassles. Beat your fears and take that bold step today. Subscribe to own your property. Adron Homes.
Building cities, communities, and homes.
Hello, my bro. Man, the road is so heavy here. And there's so much traffic. I think we should postpone, huh?
Not a chance. Aisha.
We don't quit, guys. I'll be there.
Done.
2 files received.
I'm on my way. Take first right in 50 meters and you're there.
Copy that. Aisha, where are you?
Guess where?
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Move. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Runway X.
The future of fashion showcasing.
Very impressive. How did you pull that off?
With Nigeria's top tech talents.
And Glow.
Power your relentless ambition with ultra-high-speed data. Glow with pride.
You're welcome back. If you just joined us, you're watching the news at 7, coming to you live from Osrc TV. And you can also watch us live on our website, www.osrc.ng, or follow us on Facebook, Osrc TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel, Osrc. Now to the rest of the news. Officials from various ministries, departments and agencies of Ondo State have been charged with strengthening and promoting project management and process improvement skills for effective and efficient public service delivery. Former Ondo State Head of Service Kayode Ogundele gave the charge at a one-day capacity building workshop for some selected directors and deputy directors in the state's public service. Osrc's Joy Pius reports that the training, which has as its theme project management and process improvement, is the collaborative effort of the state government and the AIG Imokwede Foundation. Report.
Gathered in this hall are selected directors and deputy directors from 24 ministries, departments and agencies in the Ondo State workforce for a one-day capacity training organized by the Ondo State government in collaboration with the AIG Imokwede Foundation. In his welcome address, the Administrative Secretary, Public Service Reform and Development, Ondo State, Adewale Omomowo, noted that the importance of the workshop is to enable the officials effect transformational changes across the length and breadth of Ondo State workforce in the area of project management and process improvement in the public service.
The Ondo State workforce is in the thousands, and it is the duty of those of us in this hall to effect transformational changes across its length and breadth. Therefore, our gospel of positive change must take the model of discipleship if it must reach everyone.
The guest lecturers, Oluwagbenga Kingbasate and Oluwasegun Ogunro, highlighted skills needed to improve the officials' productivity.
You must have a sense of satisfaction as an organization and then be able to satisfy your customer. And who is our customer? The public.
We should appreciate the importance of project management to public service delivery and how to manage such programs in such a way that the project objectives are met.
Former head of service Ondo State, Kayode Ogundele, commended the Reform Office for its persistence in training personnel in the public service and charged the officers to cascade the knowledge gained at their various ministries, departments and agencies.
Dear directors, the crux of this workshop is to 1. Improve upon the process of carrying out public assignments in the state. 2. Continuously upskill the state's human capital development. 3. Enhance productivity in the MDAs with a view to promoting project management discipline. 4. Advocate the values of project management in public service work.
Participants thanked the government for the opportunity.
For this, we want to say thank you, sir. I want to thank the Reform Office once again for putting together this lecture for our benefits.
The training exercise is part of efforts at improving workers' productivity in the Ondo State workforce. Joy Pius, OSRC News.
Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, Ondo State Command, has paraded 3 suspects in Akure, the state capital, over various criminal.
They come lap or say everybody's under arrest. We never drive the boat to save.
The suspects, Isheoluwa Mweton, aged 30, Ogbudu Adeshino, 19, and Kendi Ajano, 21, were nabbed on Tuesday, 10th of January 2024 at exactly 1:42 a.m. by Marine Patrol Team of the Anti-Vandalization based on credible intelligence. They were arrested on board a 40-horsepower engine wooden boat containing about 4,000 liters of illegally refined petroleum products suspected to be automated gas oil concealed in cellophane bags. According to suspects, Ogbudu and Kendi, Isheoluwa Ometon engaged them to convey the product which were unknown to them.
They call us, say they get load, say we can carry. My plan is maybe crayfish or big fish. Immediately we reached here. I never see anything, so I no suspect say na that kind of thing, so I go to the boat.
Call us, say no can drive the boat. Now come meet the place. The night, now come reach the place. We never enter the boat. Now civil defense come arrest us. Now carry on come.
Obìnrin ló pè wọ́n. Wọ́n wà náà kúrẹ́ bí wọ́n ti wọ́n kàn mọ́ bí tí wọ́n lè wá sí ni.
Addressing journalists, the Ondo State Corps Commandant, Ibiloye Oluyemi, declared that under his watch, the command will be zero tolerant to illegal dealings in petroleum products and other allied offenses.
Immediately I assumed office, I'd given a marching order to the anti-vandal squad. You would recall that I mentioned that protection of critical national assets and infrastructure is one of our core mandates. And I'd asked the anti-vandal team to go all out and ensure that all criminals and criminalities along our waterways are apprehended.
He reiterated his commitment to safeguarding all critical national assets and infrastructure, disaster management, training, supervision and monitoring of private guard companies, as well as protecting agro-allied industries and mediation between farmers and herders to forestall any breach of peace in the state.
We cannot continue to plunder our nation's wealth just because of personal gains. This is another note of warning to all those vandals out there that the men are all out and they will ensure that all forms of criminalities are put to an end.
The commandant said the suspect will be charged to court at the end of investigations, while the exhibits will be forfeited and proceeds remitted to the federal government coffer. Omoniola Humbiji, Osrc News.
In the meantime, the Court Marshal Federal Road Safety Corps, Dauda Bill, has warned staff against getting involved in corrupt practices. Grounds of demands for professionalism. Bill, who commended the officers for their dedication in 2023, urged them to do more in 2024. Now taking reactions to the federal government's plan to implement the Osrc report. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the last presidential election, Mr. Peter Obi, has questioned in the same vein, human rights lawyer Femi Falana has described the Steve Osrc report recommending the and commissions as outdated, saying the recommendations of the report will not guarantee a reduction in the cost of governance. Falana made this assertion in a statement wherein the senior advocate of Nigeria said, contrary to the belief in the official circles, the report won't substantially reduce the enormous cost of governance in the country, as it does not reflect the current situation in the public service. Recall that Federal Executive Council, chaired by President Bola Tinubu, had on Monday approved the full implementation of the Osrc report. According to the Special Advisor to the President on Policy Coordination, Hadiza Bala Usman, the move was in line with the need to reduce the cost of governance and streamline efficiency across the governance value chain. But Falana said the implementation of some of the recommendations of the panel will take appreciable time, as the merger of certain bodies require constitutional amendments or repeal of a number of statutes. Also, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has eased fear of job losses after the implementation of the Osrc report. Idris disclosed this in a statement signed by his media aide, Rabiu Ibrahim. 12 years after it received the Stephen Osrc report, the federal government on Monday approved the implementation of some of its recommendations to reduce the cost of governance. However, Idris clarified that the whole idea is that the government wants to reduce costs and also improve efficiency in service delivery, insisting that it does not mean that government is out to retrench workers or throw people in. The burial rites for Herbert Wigwe, his wife and his son have been announced by the family. A funeral ceremony for Exchange Group PLC, Abimbola Ogubanja, was also aboard the aircraft and among those killed in the accident. Moving on to the foreign scene, Kenya's quest to contribute a peacekeeping mission comprising 1,000 police officers for socio-political stability in troubled Haiti has encountered a constitutional delay and not a total denial. President William Ruto, who gave the assurance, said the plan will still go ahead as soon as the judicial concerns are satisfied. Aderonke Kolawole has details.
Benin has offered 2,000 troops to help Haiti's National Police Force tackle gang violence. U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Linda Thomas-Greenfield has said that's part of a Kenya-led mission authorized by the UN in October. Close to 5,000 people were killed in gang violence in Haiti last year, and some 300,000 driven from their homes, according to UN estimates. Thomas-Greenfield, who was speaking in Guyana, where she had traveled for the Caribbean Community Summit, said she had learned of Benin's offer just before starting the trip. Some Caribbean countries that have pledged support to the Haiti's mission had called for more Francophone countries to join the effort, she added. The U.S. has committed $200 million and pledged to boost efforts to stem the flow of illicit arms to the Caribbean region. The UN estimates firearms held by Haiti's gang are largely smuggled from the U.S. Kenya, which is promised to lead the mission, offered 1,000 police officers. However, a local court barred the move as unconstitutional. Kenya President William Ruto has, however, said satisfying the court concern can be simply achieved under the plan will go ahead. Aderonke Kolawole, Osrc News.
Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny will be buried in Moscow on Friday, a spokesperson has confirmed. In a speech, the opposition leader's widow, Yulia, said she didn't know if the funeral would be peaceful or if the police would arrest those who came to say goodbye. Alexei Navalny died suddenly in an Arctic prison earlier this month. For years, he was the most high-prolific critic of Vladimir Putin, and his widow has blamed the Russian president for his death, as have many world leaders. And that's the news at 7. Just before we go, a quick look at the major story. We told you that President Bola Tinubu has paid a condolence visit to Ondo State. His first port of call was the country home of the late governor, Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, where the president hailed the impactful life of Akeredolu. The president also visited Afenifere leader, Pa Ruben Fashion.